Well, hello everyone. I'm Ariel Wilbur, and I did my case study on the International Children's Digital Library. The International Children's Digital Library was created by an interdisciplinary research team at the University of Maryland in cooperation with the Internet Archives. Team members are computer scientists, librarians, teachers, and graphic designers. What I thought was really cool about this was that they work with the College Park Kids team, which is a group of about 6 kids, ages 7 to 11, and they help develop and evaluate computer interfaces to support searching, browsing, reading, and sharing of books. They have a ton of goals, but the main ones are basically to create a collection of over 10,000 books in at least 100 different languages that is freely available to children, teachers, librarians, parents, and scholars throughout the world via the internet. They want to work with children to develop computer interface technologies to better serve them in searching, browsing, and reading. And they also want to better understand the concepts of rights management and fair use in the digital age. Basically, they just want to create a space for children all around the world just to become, members of, the global community that we have. I was also reading on their website that they understand that people leave their countries and sometimes they don't always bring, books with them. It's just, added to, when they're trying to leave, war-torn places, or they just don't, have the room to bring their children's books. So they wanted to create just a place where children could just go and read books from their home country and their home and they're in their home language, which I just thought was amazing. This website has been around for a long time. It was started in November of 2002, and the project was introduced at the Library of Congress. They had an international celebration, and that's when basically this was developed. This library works with libraries all around the world to get the books for the website. So I saw that they work with libraries from Egypt and Germany and Mongolia specifically. They mention them a lot on their website. The topics that are covered in the digital library really span all of children's literature, which is wonderful. The collection consists of contemporary materials, historically important literature, and award-winning titles. Fiction and nonfiction are available and include fairy tales and folk tales, imaginary creature characters, contains what, typical children's library collections, but in a plethora of languages. Metadata is used, descriptive metadata specifically, in the search bar and in general browsing. When you click on a title, elements that come up include summary, publication date, title, author, publisher, and language. The digital library does receive materials from a number of institutions. Their contributors page was extensive, but some of the libraries were the Public Boston Library, Library of Congress, of course, the International Youth Library in Germany, the Slovak National Library, and then libraries from Switzerland, Poland, Macedonia, Peru, Serbia, Malaysia, and the list goes on and on. content is organized in many ways. The website is very visual. I have a couple of pictures of the website in at some slides towards the end. But this is definitely user-friendly for children, and that is, the whole point. So content is organized in a way by either searching by language, title, color of the book cover, length of the book, whether it's small, medium, or large. There's where you can search by age group, whether the book has pictures or it's a chapter book, and then they also have fiction and nonfiction, but the titles for that, the icons for that is make-believe or true books. Searching for any type of information on infrastructure and or the delivery system was nearly impossible. I scoured their website for any type of information, but I had zero luck. I even tried emailing them and didn't hear anything back from them. And I also looked at the forum that they had, and many people from all over the world were, asking questions about the website. Lots of them had to do with languages, but people would ask about software questions, and those were the ones that weren't answered. So it was really hit or miss on the discussion board that they had. What else was I gonna say? I'm so sorry, but yeah. It might have been a little hard for them to respond to me, mainly because the entire library is ran by volunteers, basically, and they don't have many of them to begin with. So I saw that as a response to a couple of questions on the forum. So I'm going to guess that is why I didn't get any answers back on their type of software. However, I did see that how they get the books to go on the website is they scan them. And I wasn't really clear about how they did that, but I did see that they basically rip some of the books and scan those pages. But I certainly hope that's not true, because that would hurt my heart if they were hurting books. So hopefully that wasn't it. But yeah, it was really difficult to find out any of that information. Because this is a children's digital library, of course, their audience is going to be children. They specifically say that their audience is children between the ages of 3 and 13, from all around the globe, of course, as well as librarians, teachers, parents, and children's caregivers. There's also a secondary audience that they talk about, and that is of international scholars and researchers in the area of children's literature. So that's basically us. So we are researching this as grad students. And because this is for children, searching is made as easy as humanly possible, and they get a lot of help from that College Park kids team to do that, and I think they did a wonderful job. But searches are pretty simple. There's a simple search, of course, an advanced search, and a keyword search. And to the corner of the screen where that picture is a search I did for books on flowers. And then you can even refine the search even more by age, language, publication date, and publisher. And then all the results are on the right side. And you can limit or add how many results you get at a time. It's really customary. So there's 12 books displayed right there on the right. There's also ways to search for popular books, books by country, recently added, and award-winning. And there's also an option just to browse the bookshelves as well. This is a basic records display. Like I said in the last slide, you can customize how many you see. Right now it's only 8 books at a time. And it has the title and then the language underneath. The slide on the left, as you can see, has Yiddish and some languages I didn't even know existed, and that makes me feel slightly ignorant, but there are so many in the world, and it's wonderful that so many people can utilize this, so it reaches such a huge demographic. On the right, I searched kids characters and imaginary creature characters. There's those 2 little symbols at the top, and you can keep adding to really search for what you're looking for. So you can add as many icons as you want. As you can see on the side, you can also add like award-winning books, and the other options as you can see. But yeah, it's totally customary and super helpful. Copyright information is available for the digital library. They have a whole page dedicated to copyright, because one of their goals was to look into copyright issues and the use of fair use. Sorry, I had to look at my notes really quick. There is a copyright notice, an acknowledgement of the rights of the holder's license with the University of Maryland in all displays and publications for each book in the collection. They also take measures that prevent downloading, printing, and unauthorized display and or distribution of the material in the collection. And they also have their copyrights license available, which explains their policies. And I have added that link right there for anyone to look at. And yeah, so that is my case study of the International Children's Digital Library, and I hope you guys get a chance to check it out. It's a great resource, especially if you're a parent, or if you're just interested in what they have to offer. But I really enjoyed looking at this website and yeah, taking a look around. Thank you all so much for listening and looking, and I hope you all take care. Thank you so much.